So, what is your name and what do you do here?
My name is Madd Mexx, the immigration sensation.
Okay.
I've been in this business for 36 years.
Oh, yeah.
I started wrestling at 5 years old in collegiate wrestling. Became a state champion in the state of Kansas. After I graduated high school and all, I walked on to Oklahoma State University and got a walk-on scholarship. Lightest weight there is 120. I weighed 94 pounds at the time, my senior year.
Damn.
After that, I got injured, came back home to Kansas City. I got an invitation to coach a wrestling team. Matter of fact, it was the same team that I started out with when I was 5 years old.
That's cool.
And then after that, there was too much drama in it. People were saying that I wasn't coaching the kids right because I'm old school. I don't believe in letting the kid, hey, it's okay. No, you messed up. You got to let them know. I mean, I wasn't pointing my finger at anybody and cussing them out or nothing like that. For an example, I had two twin boys that were on our team. I grabbed one, I said, this guy wins 100 matches. What is he? He's a champion. Good. This guy here wrestled and only won one out of 100 matches. What is he? He's a loser. No. He's still a champion because he went out there for 100 matches and he got one win. I said, he gave it his all. That's all I ever asked of you guys. Took my boys to state. I had 25 boys go to state championships. I brought home 18 Kansas State titles.
Hell yeah.
After that, I thought I was done. I got a telegram, invited me to the 1992 Olympic wrestling team tryouts. First round, I made it. Went to Dale City, Oklahoma. I ain't gonna lie, I got my ass handed to me. After that, I asked them, I said, am I done? They're like, have you lost? So I told them how many. They're like, yeah, you're done. I said, good. I'm ready to go home to my mama. But I find out later I was third seed. So if the first two guys didn't make it, I was the third person to take their place to go to Barcelona.
Okay.
And after that, I took a break from training due to the fact I started back in '88 with Little Tokyo and Steve Estes, the assassin number 3, and his two boys, Bloodlust and Bashful Brad.
Okay, so what does indie wrestling mean to you? What's your definition of it? Not the textbook, but to Madd Mexx.
Like I said, I've been in the business since '88, and I was taught the old school ways. Nowadays, you can turn around the corner and there's a wrestling school. Yeah, they're going to take your money. Me, I put $2,000 down for deposit. Ended up putting $3,000 down for the rest when I got there. I was trained. I was told I was going to get my wrestling license, a professional photo shoot. I got put on Metro Sports. I got the newspaper. I did press conferences. Everything that I was told, I got. Not right like that, but in time I did. I didn't expect it to go like that. But I knew eventually in time it was going to happen, and it did.
Okay.
So I was with that group, which was Midland Empire Pro Wrestling, back in '88, and I was reading a magazine and I seen a thing about midgets, and these two midgets were in the ring, but they had a chain wrapped around their neck and all, and they were bleeding profusely. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I looked in the captions, and it said, check out our webpage, bloodymidgets.com. I'm like, this is sick. I gotta check this out. So I did. I seen they had a message board. I talked to them, and I messaged them. I said, hey, if you're in the areas of the Trios Strait, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, all these states and all. And I told him, I said, if you need some new blood, give me a shout. I gave him my number, and the promoter, which was Steve Richardson, better known as Puppet, the Psycho Dwarf, he called me and said, right now, I have he messaged me first and said, right now, I got a full roster. So, but for some reason, I'm going to keep your number. So, then I started having issues at my shoot job with the foreman. And, I mean, we butted heads just because I was the littlest guy in the whole company. They believed they could push me around.
Yeah.
And just because I'm small don't mean shit. I get ill just like everybody else. I put my pants on just like everybody else. So they gave me an attitude, so I turned around and gave it right back to them.
Okay.
Letting them know that you're not going to push me around. So ever since then, they were trying to find things on me to get rid of me. So finally, they gave me my walking papers, and they told me that, well, you brought this on yourself. Not even 5 years later, they folded. The company did. So I laughed my ass off, I ain't gonna lie. But the group that what I was with at the time, which was Midland, I told them about the opportunity I had. And he told me, he goes, well, you're one of the guys that I believe that will make it in this business.
Yeah.
So by all means, go, because that's giving you an opportunity, and you're going to be making money out of it.
So wrestling's basically been opportunity for you. It's been
Definitely.
It's been a boost for your career. It's helped you get past some hardships and all that.
Right. I was told, you're going to get hurt. You're too little. You're too small. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get killed out there. You're not going to make it. You're not tough enough. 36 years, and I'm still going.
Hall of Famer at that.
And I did, in 2010, I did a reality show on Spike TV called the Half Pint Brawlers, HPB. And out of all that group, two of the midgets that I know that were incredible workers had passed on.
Dang, I'm sorry to hear that.
Passed away. The others, one's in a wheelchair, can't walk. The other one, he walks, but he claims he can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's on, that's his prerogative.
Was that from all the wear and tear and stuff?
Right.
And things like that?
36 years. I've never been in the hospital. I may have had a hip replacement. I may have discs in my back that are deteriorating, a small type of scoliosis.
Yeah.
I needed my right rotary cup, right elbow fixed up. I got tendonitis in both arms. I'm going deaf in my right ear, and it's getting worse. I got cataracts in both my eyes, and they did a CT scan on me, and they showed that I had 9% brain damage.
Dang.
And I suffered a stroke.
So what can you say to the next generation that wants to wrestle and wants to maybe get in training? What advice or wisdom can you give them?
First of all, get your education. If you're going to college, go for it. Get that degree, get your master's, whatever you're going for. do that. But for me, I followed my heart. And 36 years now, I've been in the business. I may not be wrestling like I want to, but at the same time, I'm managing, so I'm still in it. And, you know, the way I look at it, I'm going to die in this business. That's my goal, is to die, if not in the ring, in the business. And I was told that, you know, you can't go, you can't go, you can't do it, you know. 36 years I've been doing this.
So, final question for you. I've asked everybody that I've interviewed so far to talk about the next person I'm going to interview. And the next person you know very well. You've seen him grow in this company. What can you tell these people about the superstar Ray Waddell?
Ray is an incredible worker. He is the first guy that I ever worked in the WWA. I had a booking in Evansville for Coliseum Championship Wrestling, and they said, can you bring somebody? So I went to Ray's house. I was pounding on the window, finally woke Chris up and them, and I told Ray, I've got a chance, an opportunity to get us booked. He goes, okay, just when? I said, tonight. Because this business, it's snap, you know. I wash my gear as soon as I get home, and I pack it up, and I leave my gear bag by the door, because you never know when you're going to get that call. Mm-hmm. You never know. Yeah, you might get booked for a show like I did in Oklahoma, and they told me when I got there, well, you know, the card's full. And I turned around, I'm like, okay, fine. Pay me what you told me you were going to bring, you know, give me, because I did my part. I showed up. Well, the guy's like, whoa, hang on, let me see what I can do. I don't know who you could work. And another guy that I wrestled before in Missouri, Impressive Anthony Wayne is his name. I worked him. I seen him, and he shook my hand, and the promoter's like, you know, you two know each other? We're like, yeah. He goes, all right, you two are on the card. You guys are going to wrestle. I said, all right. So we got done, did our thing like we were supposed to.